Oh, Zepper! What's this? What does it mean? This is a request for a duel! If she picks up that glove, it means she's accepted! But if she doesn't, the sisters will do that dirty work for her! Why, there's no need to pick it up at all! She can choose not to. However, I imagine that we and all the demons present would spread word far and wide that she dishonorably ran away from a duel. She would be known for eternity as a coward who ran away from a duel of love. Beatrice waited firmly and composedly. If Erica just kicked it away, then, that very instant, the chesters would probably all fire at once, turning into a golden embroidery. So, Erica did not have to pick it up. However, she could not afford to be afraid of picking it up. After all, she was the true victor who had defeated Balor's locker room trick and logic. If she was a victor, she had nothing to fear. So, if she was doing it, the proof that she still felt a tinge of doubt about her victory. If I don't pick it up, I can kill you without getting these clothes dirty. That would probably liven up your reception. However, you will pick it up. Oh, and why is that? I have brought a wonderful wedding gift just perfect for you. You want to know what that is. Therefore, you'll pick it up. Not interested. Goodbye. You will pick it up. For the locked room I have brought you is one to put Galar's guest room to shame. A locked room that is simple, basic, and absolutely unsolvable. And you want to hear about it? An absolutely unsolvable locked room? I know that you desire to accept my challenge. I know that because... you are... a detective. Erica threw off her wedding dress as though it was a cape. Yes, though she was a bride, a peace, and a witch. Before any of those, first and foremost, I am a detective. I acknowledge you as my opponent. However, are you qualified to participate in this game? You have managed to fix the logic error, I assume. If you pick up that glove, I prove that I fixed it in my fight against you. Huh. Good. Oh! The digital filled with noise! Erica had picked up the glove! A duel! A duel! Hazel was wrapped in a bizarre excitement. At Erica's nod, Delaware pushed the crowd away, leaving the pair alone. People were permitted to witness this duel. However, no one else would be allowed to hinder it in any way. It's all right, Balor-san. I've already found a way to save you. How did you... I'm going to save you now. Please, endure just a little longer. Bito's resolute expression returned, and she grinned boldly, looking down on Erica. Yes, there could be no doubt. This was an expression worn only by the Golden Witch, the majestic presence of the master of locked rooms. A shadow dashed through the stormy rose garden. It was incredibly light and swift. The raindrops never touched him. He made no splotches in the cow's puddles. His feet left no tracks in the mud. That rushing figure was Cannon. Then he ran up the stairs to the entrance of the mansion. Not slowed down in the slightest to open the door. He ran straight at it as though trying to break through and leapt into it. Though the door was shut, even that couldn't stop Cannon. He slipped through the door, fell into the entryway, and slowly stood up. His body wasn't even wet. And, as he recalled those nostalgic days spent serving the Ushiromia family, which would never come again, he ran once more. He was heading for Balor's guest room. He ran past the servant room, through the entrance hall, and past the door to the parlor. Then the doors of the kitchen and the dining hall came to sight. All of it brings back fond memories. There was the honor and discipline of serving kids directly. However, that man wasn't strict all the time. When the family was outside and he didn't have to preserve that air of majesty, his days could turn unbelievably childish, and he would sometimes ask me to take part in strange pranks. The master let me shoot lots of guns, didn't he? That was pretty fun. Kraus-san was actually surprisingly kind. He must have gotten the impression that the master bullied me a lot. Whenever I was the only one around, he would talk to me in a very familiar way, almost as if he was a classmate of mine. I sort of regret that I held back and never did anything but nod in return. Madame was a really strict person. Ever since the rumors spread about her being strict on female servants, but soft towards male servants, I get the feeling she viewed me as an enemy. However, she was also a woman to be pitied. On many occasions when she was alone, I saw her shoulders sagging from her burdens. There were lots of servants, weren't there? Some lasted a short while, others long. Genji-sama is the one person fit to be called my father. I'm both grateful and resentful towards him over many things. Over time, all those feelings mixed together canceled out and left me with a neutral emotion. In that case, Kumasawa-san could probably call my mother. She's helped me out so many times. I always wanted to repay her someday. Now I've lost that chance for all of time. Shannon is my big sister. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to be me. Thanks for teaching me that the ocean is blue. Yoda? I hate that guy! Still, when I complimented servants too, which time they servants ran and tell me there was enough for seconds. I didn't just like that part of him. I don't know why such strong memories popped up in a short time took me to run past the dining hall. And then, my memories of Jessica. Oh. So you're a boy servant? How old are you? Those were her first words spoken to me. Never think of it, she was probably interested in me ever since then. I really did have enough time to build up a love that could have competed with the love between George-sama and Shannon. And just I could only see the gray sea, I wasted almost all of that time. What does she like about me? What do I like about her? I get the feeling we never really able to clarify those for ourselves. No, she told me. There's nothing wrong with spending more time together, eventually find that out. The reasons for love could have come later on. It took me far too long to realize that. Now I think I can accept it. I know why Shan won the duel. God must have been watching. You had so much more courage than I did, and God didn't abandon you. I reached the hallway with the guest rooms. There was someone lying on the ground. It was Balor. He was lying just outside the guest room, a chain tied to his neck. He had probably struggled to do something with the chain locked from the outside until he lost consciousness. His fingernails on both hands had been torn off and they were stained with blood. You could tell at glances how hard he had tried and failed into the plamo when his heart had died. The collar binding him wouldn't disappear unless the chain lock was set. Balor-sama, it's alright. I'm going to save you now. Balor responded faintly. Probably never imagined help would come to his eternal locked room. He was so scared that this might be an auditory hallucination brought about by his fleeting delusions, that he couldn't be easily roused. Kennen grabbed Balor from behind and dragged him into the room. The inside of the room was terrible. The windows had been brutally shattered and the wind and rain had made its way into the room. All kinds of tools and furniture lay broken there. However, Balor hadn't smashed them out of rage. The curtain had been removed and torn to shreds which had been twisted together. He had turned it into a rope, probably while expanding to see if he could use it for some trick. He tried using everything in the room, exploring all possible options to escape. The traces could be seen through the room, and even in the bathroom. The empty bathtub was stained with just a bit of blood, and the nippers laid there on the bottom. To protect this sale, had nearly been prepared to accept Burn Castello's brutal method of escape and come so in pieces, while washing himself down the drain. He was even willing to tear apart his own body, to wreck the game Vito entrusted him with. He probably questioned himself over and over in this bathtub, wondering if there was any other way out. By the clock of the game world, not even a single day had passed. However, just how many years had lasted in the locked room of the logic error? When faced with an endless span of time, any way of ending it, no matter how cruel, was tempting. However, he rejected that until the very end. And, even in this last moment when his heart had died, he wanted so much to show his iron will to escape from this locked room, that he had chosen to fall here in the corridor, with the chain still around his neck. Balor-sama, it's canon. Please, come to your senses. He wiped Balor's face with a towel wetted in the sink. In response to that cold sensation, Balor's heart slowly began beating again. Canon-kun? Is that you? Yes, it's me, Canon. You did well. You endured until today. Looks like I slept in just a little too much. Balor realized that the feel of the towel on his neck meant that the cursed collar and the chain were gone. There's no longer anything binding you here. Come on. Please, head back quickly. But if I hadn't said that chain lock, that chain will come back. Don't worry. No longer does any chain exist to bind you, Balor-sama. I will remain here. What did you say? By now, Balor knew the terror of this eternal locked room better than anyone else. So, his happiness at being able to leave was overwhelmed by a shock at the termination of this room's new prisoner. I will be fine. There's no need to worry. But... Balor-sama, isn't there still something you have to do? Go back, quickly. There's someone fighting in your place. And there's someone waiting your return. Will you do it again? Not come back? His stern words and gaze shot straight through Balor. Are you sure? Yes. That will be fine. This way I can repay my debt from back then. A debt? Do you owe me something? It isn't a debt I have with you, Battle-sama. It's okay. So go. I don't like keeping debts. Go quickly. You must not keep her waiting this time. So quickly. Ballard couldn't argue back anymore. He silently bowed his head, unsaid the chain, and opened the door. Cannon remained in the room, so no chain appeared about Bao's neck. He'll leave this room just by running out. The happy sounding voices that he had heard at the far end of the corridor had been replaced with an excited chatter. There must have been some sort of strange disturbance going on. As Cannon went out into the corridor, seeming off, Mercer's collar and chain already captured the new prisoner. We remained inside this internal locked room in Balor's place. Cannon-kun? I feel the same. About what? I don't like keeping debts. I'll definitely repay you. And I'll do it soon. I hope we can count on that. Go on. Run. Run to the one you love. And please, never get lost again. Balor will not turn around any longer. He ran with everything he had. He ran out into the corridor, whose warmth he had cursed so many times. The cursed chain no longer bound him. He ran to the end of the corridor and beyond the lights. Cannon, still getting to the chain, watched him go, and quietly returned to the guest room. Now, he only had to worry about his own job. Stay in this room, and fix the error in logic. Now, I set the chain lock. As soon as he said it, the chain disappeared from his neck. Now, if he hid in the closet, the one place Erica hadn't checked, the broken logic would be fixed. The closet doors opened slowly. It was well oiled and opened without a sound. It was crammed inside and dark. This tiny space is the final place for me. As long as it remained hidden here, the logic will be preserved. That's an easy job. Easier than caring for the roses. Ken entered the closet and closed the double doors from the inside. As soon as he did, a small gold butterfly appeared, melted into the darkness of the closet and vanished. It must have been a sign that the logic hadn't fixed. The Wizard's game had already stopped and the clock of the world with pieces would never take again. So for all of eternity, no one would come to save him from this place. That's okay. This way, I've paid back my debt. Beatrice. The power of the gold butterfly brooch taught me about love. And the third game gave me some quiet time alone with Jessica. I get the feeling you did many small other things for me. At any rate, now I pay back all my debts. I owe nothing to anyone, and no one owes anything to me. That music tape Jessica lent me. I never gave that back, did I? That's okay. Isn't it, Jessica? I like that one. Can I keep it as a present? No, but he'll make a copy for me. Slowly, Cannon's body began to melt into a cloud of gold butterflies. And after the inside of the cramped, dark closet glittered with like a golden planetarium. It was painted over with a pitch blackness. For all of eternity. In the cathedral, the gold attendees were all jostling around either side of the red carpet. On the red carpet, standing across from each other were Beto and Erica. In their hands were the dueling pistols given to them by Zephyr and Furfur. Flintlocks, are they? How old-fashioned. Pay it no mind. Demons are very particular about style. Its form was similar to an actual old-fashioned gun, but this was, of course, a demon's gun. This wasn't a gun that would propel a lead bullet with an explosion caused by gunpowder. Like the pistols used in the duel between Shannon Cannon, whose bullets had containing matches that would always kill. These pistols also had bullets that were not made of lead. Beto. There's no need to worry. She'll win easily, and you have to deal with her insults again, Leah. When this match is over, we should ask to be paid every now and then. When this fight is finished, I would like to take a trip down to the Caribbean sometime. Enough talk about when this fight is over. That's an ill omen before a duel. Beto, take it seriously. There's no time to be standing around laughing. Why should she relax and Leah tense? Aw, you two. Together. Beatrice-sama, you can do it! Beatrice-sama is at a disadvantage in this duel. Why? Normally, a witch can put up a fight by piling mystery upon mystery. However, since the game has been suspended, she has nothing on her side except the mystery of Balor-sama's guest room. If Erica can just strike a blue wedge through that one mystery, it'll mean she's solved everything. We can win. I believe in Beatrice-sama and Balor-sama, our two masters. Did you call me? Thanks. Huh? For once. It chooses though our chances for winning are 50-50. So I'd like to thank you beforehand. It is simply my job. There is no need to thank me. In the last game, when you protected me after my pathetic defeat, I was touched. That was the first time in my life that anyone had ever protected. Even my master has never done so. Asking me was a way to negate the pain of naked truth by letting bear the truth of others. And causing them just as much pain. Please, forgive my arrogance. I felt that I needed to protect you. As I realized what fragile truth you live by, and how much has been violently abused by fiction that sounds more plausible. I wanted to protect you. Thank you. Our time together was short, but you were a wonderful partner. And I will remain so. Oh, you're right. Once we defeat her, let's make tons of mysteries on this island together. I'll have you solve them and teach you as we play. How does that sound? It sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to your challenge. No, sorry. I take that back. That'd be one of those loser flags, wouldn't it? Now, are you, the duelists, ready? When the two demons clap their hands, the duelists instantly turn their bow, tense smiles. The bows reloaded into those magic guns are not lead. A shootout between mystery and fantasy should not be fought with bullets should only fought with bullets of red and blue truth. As long as you possess truth, your bullets are endless. However, being hit by a single one means instant death. Are you both prepared? Naturally. Of course. Lady Lambda, the great and powerful witch of certainty and member of the glorious Senate. Please come forward. Will you swear to oversee this duel? Of course! I swear it! The crowd split and Lambda walked forward with Burnt Castell by her side. She looked between the faces of the two duelists. Then, she got an envelope with the seal of the one-winged eagle and lifted it high. Beatrice sent me her revisions of the tale inside a sealed envelope. I've inspected and found its contents to be valid. I declare the logic error averted. The chain lock is still set. And without any contradictions with any red truths made up to this point. The many GOAT attendees knew the details of the battle's locked room. They realized how difficult it was. And though fiery debates had swept across the crowd during the reception, no one had been able to find an answer. And now, the Sea Light Beach has already reached one. Therefore, this duel is legitimate. And we centered around one single point. The locked room of Balor's guest room. It showed me a Balor disappeared from within a locked room sealed by a chain lock. Erika revealed her weapon with a blue truth regarding this matter. Beatrice revealed her urge with red truth to counter back. The duel will continue until one side is victorious. That'd be my fucking one and ultimate destruction mechanism. She was never in that locked room. The best absolute truth and absolutely fucking destroys. Splendid. Perfect. Okay. Well then, Bido, present your new revised tale and riddle to Erika. The cousin's room was also a locked room. Can't use magic to escape from there without breaking the seals. He then arrived at Balor's locked room and used magic to allow Balor to escape. What a foolish tale. Good! Erika, is there anything you wish to confirm? Evidence requested. The only resting Balor was, without doubt, canon. Very well. The one resting Balor was, without a doubt, canon. Repetition requested. Paddle and cannon are different people. Very well. Paddle and cannon are different people. Huh. That's enough. Erika, are you done confirming things? That was all I needed. I've already decided how to fight. Okay. Let both sides load their bullets. Erika turned around, pressed her finger against the barrel of the pistol, made her blue truth into a bullet and pushed it in. There's no rule saying that she had to turn away, but she didn't want her expression to be read. Maybe because she couldn't stand the tension of looking at Beto's bold smile. Beto already finished loading her red truth. She waited for Erika to finish while calmly puffing on her pipe. Then she looked at Balor, who sat on the throne of the Territory Lord, right next to the two witches who sat witnesses to this duel. Balor's conscience was still hazy. However, he apparently understood that Beto had come to duel for his sake so that he could be saved. It was all so he could look at Beto with just those sluggish eyes. But a flood of emotion passed between them. There's no need for words. A look was enough for them now. Erika closed her eyes tightly, her fingers still up against the barrel. At that moment, her stunning powers and concentration made all the distractions of the outside world disappear. Good. My concentration is as sharp as ever. Are you ready, me? Furudo, Erika? First, let's see out the situation. Bella disappeared from the locked room. The chain lock is set. Did he disappear by magic? Of course not. There has to be a trick. Ken didn't save him with the magic. He just came to Bella's face and set the chain. Everyone knows that much. The problem is what comes next. No, it's actually what comes before. Ken was in the custom room of the guest house. That room was completely sealed with a duct tape and has been proven that the seal was ineffective at the time of the logic error. In other words, Ken escaped from a locked room that's absolute, with no exclusive twist of logic possible. Good! This is what she called a simple yet ultimate locked room. How did he escape from the perfect locked room known as the cousin's room? If I fix on that question, I'd be no better than your average kid detective. That room is a perfect locked room, so there is no way to escape. In other words, trying to think of ways that Ken could escape from the cousin locked room is simply a waste of time. The real question is, how Canon could have been someone other than the cousin's room at the time it was sealed? The cousin's room was a completely sealed can. If he was in there when it was sealed, then it's already game over. That means he was probably already outside the time it was sealed. I'd say room's location at the time of sealing the rooms. I checked that before, must be suspect. At that time, I'd just been inside the next room over. From the presence of 5 people that were there with my own eyes. Hideyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Shannon, Nanjo. As soon as I listened to those 5 people who, when performing the location check for that room, I received confirmation that they were in there. Then I checked to see where everyone else was in the cousin room, and that confirmed for me as well. I said everyone, so whether he was Canon, or Yoshia, or even Poto Pico Man, they all should have been still in the cousin's room. It seems perfect. However, though that word everyone seems perfect, something's fishy. The exact definition of the phrase everyone else is all the people whose names I did not mention directly. In other words, there are exceptions. For example, it's people from Hideyoshi and George from the next room over. So humans with the name Hideyoshi George don't need to be inside the cousin's room. It seems that Ken told Jessica that his real name was Yoshia, but that was no red truth. In other words, what if Ken's real name is the same as one of those in the next room over? They seem to be around the same age, so let's use George. So, what if there were 2 Georges in that room? That doesn't violate the right she's saying that. Hideyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Shannon, and Nanjo in the next room over. Let's see that Ken's real name was Tanaka George. But who showed me a George and Tanaka George could exist in that room at the same time? In other words, there were 6 humans with 5 names. It looked into my eyes as though there was only 5 people next to him over, but a 6th person, Canon, was hiding somewhere. I didn't have the detective authority, so it wouldn't be that difficult for him to fool my eyes and hide. I see the noble name trick. Stupid, so stupid. Alright, I've made my logic. Candy was hiding in the room next door, not the cousin's room left by the window after the seals were placed. Bang. Ow! There's an explosion at the barrel of her gun, setting the tip of her finger red with blood. The blue truth gunpowder exploded. Damn it! I had only seen that one a short while ago. They're abandoning blue truth arguing the window of the next room over, so I can't use it. Oh, an accidental discharge. Careful now. Guns can be dangerous. Shut up! It's just a little mistake. The windows of the next room over. You blocked them off with some inane trick, I hear. Yap told me. Did she now? And so what if she did? Eleanor, remove that foolish seal. That seal is now your shackle. You have figured out everything I've been thinking. And Jackie so confident, tell me to go ahead and use that argument. Lady Erica. Please remove it. That fool. I'll make her regret this. It seems you are ready, duelists! Please face each other with your pistols! Playing fire with the sparks of truth! After facing away and readying herself one last time, Erica spun around. Beto had been facing her since the beginning. She had a confident, shouting smile as she said as she kept waiting. Then, without any signal, the two slowly raised their guns, pointing their red and blue glints that hid within their barrels at each other. Come, I could do with a little fun. After all, you've taken my play toy from me. Begin! First is how Ken escaped from the cousin's room. I'll use that as my bullet. Oh, so you start from there? Let's have at it. Hold nothing back. Here I go. After holding the gun high and pointing it at Beto once more, Eric pulled the trigger with statements of red and blue truth. The cousin's room is scared to be a perfect locked room until the end. So, if Ken really had been in that room, it would have been impossible to escape. In other words, Ken was not in the cousin's room at the time it was sealed. Ken's name is an alias. His real name is still unknown. If his name had been the same as anyone the next room over, Ken wouldn't come to the check on who was in that room. In other words, it's something to be in the next room over, not in the cousin's room. The old attendees chattered and clapped their hands in realization. As if to say, of course, I didn't think of that. I love watching this. I love being surrounded by this chatter. After all, I am a detective. It is true that the next room over was sealed. But at the time of the logic error, only doors were checked to see whether the seals were reserved. Therefore, there's a chance that the window seals were broken. Ken was the next room over and escaped through the window. That is all! Any other theory would be impossible. This doesn't work, then there's no truth left. As soon as she said, that is all, both of them fired at the same time. At the last rang out, it was Erica's gun that fell to the floor. Peter's red bullet had knocked Erica's gun from her hands. Was it arrogance or confidence? If she had just aimed that bullet at Erica's heart, the whole thing would have been over. Peter, I missed on purpose. There was a confident smile on her face. as though she was offering to play with Erica a little longer. In fact, that was Beto through and through. Beatrice the witch who makes mockeries of others with unsolvable locked room tricks. At the time the next room was sealed, Hideyoshi, George, Kiwasawa, Shandon, and Nanjo were in it. And the number of people in the next room over was 5. No one exists there except for those to whom those 5 names refer. Every name has just one person that belongs to. No one can go by a name that is not theirs. It's a thoroughly merciless red truth. It really was severe. Now that I've been limited to 5 people, any leeway for Canada hiding there have been completely denied. It's only those whom those 5 names referred existed within the room. Aaron couldn't even make a new theory by researching that one person held 2 names. The 5 names referred to only 4 people. Allowing Buchanan to sneak in through his name wasn't on the list. Furthermore, the part about how every name has just one person that belongs to and no one can go by a name that not is theirs was a fatal blow that cut down countless theories. Come to think of it, you only know that half-sleeping me from the last game, don't you? What do you think, Erica? How do you like the game of the Golden Witch? That's insane! Are you saying that Candace slipped out of the room by magic? More importantly, why do you only knock my gun away? A human side must crush all the witch's riddles, whereas the witch side need only crush the human's theories once. Don't you find that unfair? So I decided to have it be even. I've decided that will make my victory condition be the destruction of all of your theories. I've won the riddle, Canada's escape, but there's one more. Unless you're doing the first battleground, where you gave Balor so much trouble. When Miyu snapped her fingers, the guest room of Balor's was reconstructed. She had to fight once more in the room that had threatened Balor with logic guard, determined to settle things once and for all. Erica, pick up your gun. We'll have this room be your coffin! I say the same to you! I'll make you regret ever giving me this chance! Witness! I prevent Erica to use X? A basic doesn't need to be explained? So what are you gonna let her do? I believe Erica has her obligation, so now can't escape from his locked room. Ever to involve him in blue truths concerning this guest room trick without explanation. A theory for explaining how Canon saved Balor did not also explain how Canon escaped from his own locked room. It would have no basis. Erica already lost that basis. Ito was giving her a handicap by saying that she didn't need to explain that part. Naturally. You've already used the red truth against that Canon saved Balor. Beatrice wins no matter what. You can't answer how Canon saved Balor without knowing the answer to how he left the room. Abso-fucking-lutely. Even giving her this privilege, she's stuck in that thought pattern of... She's still gonna be stuck in the thought pattern of, oh, she told Erica she could stop thinking about actually solving the Anthony mystery now. Yeah. She's gonna be stuck in the thought pattern of, it doesn't matter how he got out of the rooms, when the entire point, every red truth that fucking Beto can use is based on one fact, and one fact alone that Erica does not know. This is great! Erica fades away again and concentrates even harder. As though twisting the knob on radio, she turned on noise and our thoughts down to 0. Let's go, Furuto Erica. Detective Furuto Erica! As soon as Ken reaches this place, rescuing Battler isn't hard. The trick is as follows. Ken used some kind of escape trick X to reach the front of the guest room. While I was in the bathroom, Battler left the closet. Battler undid the chain lock. Battler went outside. Ken entered in his place. Ken set the chain lock. Ken went to the closet. The end! It says that she retrieved the chain lock being set in Battler's absence. In exchange for this escape trick, Ken remains inside the guest room. There's no room for arguing on how tight this room can act as a locked room. That chain is cursed. In this demonic locked room, one person must remain as a side face would be acceptable. However, is such a simple theory really enough? The rescuer switches places with him, and the rescuer's hiding in the closet. No other sort of theory is possible. Yet you think she can win? In that case, does some other truth exist? It's impossible! I saw in the history of the Mystery Channel that's absolutely, definitely, categorically no way! But I'd never be to call myself a detective if I gave up in here. Consider, imagine, don't stop thinking that you drive blue wedges and witches. Well, one thing I can think of, yes! A wordplay trick! It can only be some kind of wordplay that just really slips through the net of words spoken red. In that case, I'll crush all the possibilities. I'll crush some of the repetition requests. This trying to do has already begun, even though we haven't pulled our triggers yet. Repetition requested. At the time Battler was rescued, only Karen entered the guest room. I acknowledge it. At the time Battler was rescued, only Karen entered the guest room. I believe that was the whole point. Repetition requested. From the time I entered the room to the time of the logic error, Battler, Ken, and I were the only ones who entered or exited the room. I acknowledge it! From the time you entered to the time of the logic error, you, Battler, and Cannon were the only ones who went in or out of the guest room. Repetition requested. This refers to 3 people. I acknowledge it! It refers to 3 people. You, Battler, and Cannon. Confirming definition. Can you reveal me the number of bodies? You're saying that 3 bodies went in or out of the room, right? I've had enough of things being mixed up with names and numbers of people. I want this point to be clear. Of course. 3 people, in other words, 3 bodies went in or out. Only you and Cannon entered, and only Battler left. Has already been saying, Red, that every name has just one person that belongs to, and no one go by the name that is not theirs. Therefore, each of the names, Erica, Battler, and Cannon, only that single person can go by that name. Repetition requested. I am not the rescuer. Of course! You are the detective, are you not? Worry not, I really respect that. Confirming definition. How do you find rescuer? This is also important. I want to immediately remove the possibility that I rescued him accidentally. A rescuer means someone who reset the chain lock after Battler undid it. It does not matter whether they intend to say Battler or not. Since she said after Battler undid the chain lock, it's impossible this to have occurred before I stepped in the room. At that point in time, I did not undo the chain for all of eternity. The game was defended at that point. Therefore, it's impossible for me to be the rescuer accidentally. I can boil it down even more. chain can only be set from the inside. It's impossible for a person to escape on their own. Therefore, we know that Balor didn't escape by himself. And I am not the rescuer. Okay, only can be the rescuer. Plus, Peter's already said the Ken is the rescuer and the Red Truth. There's nothing to doubt. Someone very well can be involved. At least not so far. Repetition requested. The addition going in or out is crossing the boundary between the guest room and the area outside it. I acknowledge it. Repetition requested? The phrase guest room includes all of the bedroom, the bathroom, and the closet. I acknowledge it. I have no intention of wriggling out of this by saying the closet isn't part of the guest room. Confirming definition. The inside the guest room is found in 3 sections: the bedroom, the bathroom, and the closet. I also recognize it as such. Furthermore, you've already confirmed that the Red Truth of the 2 of those sections, the bedroom and the bathroom, had no one hiding in them. I'm sorry. Too much to keep track of for you. I understand. I'll be happy to remind you. Repetition requested. There's someone in the closet. I decline. Why is that? Because Cannon is hiding in there? Cannon can use magic. It's true that he hid himself in the closet over time, but then he immediately vanished with his magic. So, there is no one in the closet. I cannot respond. I request that be repeated instead. Fool, the witch's side has no obligation to explain how they did things with magic. No, it's completely obvious. There's no way she can say that can't disappear without magic using the Red Truth. After all, magic doesn't exist. But is this enough? I've gone through every last minor detail, but this an uncanny lack of dubious points. Can't imagine there's room for anything to go different from the theory I've been set up since the beginning. Cannon must be in the closet. He has to be. There's no way he isn't. I'll say it again. This doctrine can only escape by switching places with the rescuer. If Cannon tried to escape as well, another rescuer would be needed. However, no rescuers exist for Cannon. Balor escaped, so it's impossible for him to beat him. And I can't do the log for all of eternity. People have gone in and out of the room have been confirmed both by name and number of people. Which means my theory is set in stone. First, here are all the details of the situation that are certain. The game ended while I was inside the guest room, so I don't do the chain lock that I previously set. So I can't be any escaping my back when I left the room. Furthermore, the chain lock was set at the same time I entered the room. No one could have left the room during the few seconds between the time I entered and the time I set the chain lock. I set the guest room at the time I examined Bottle's corpse, so until I came again and broke the seal, so it's absolutely impossible to go in or out. Therefore, so the battle was hiding someone in the guest room at the time I entered it. The only chance about escape was after I broke the seals. Didn't be more, so he had no chance to escape except for the time I was in the bathroom. By the above premises, Balor trick to escape with the chain set is as follows. Without to mention reason, the only one who could have set the chain lock, which could only be set on the inside and allow Balor to escape, is Cannon, the only person in the room except for me and Balor. After Cannon entered the room, he set the chain, hidden in the one place that could hide inside the guest room, the closet. Whoa, that was close. They almost got me. They almost got me tricked. I thought I cornered him in the closet. It's the opposite. They're trying to make me think he's in the closet. I was the order in which I searched the guest room. First, the bedroom. Confirmed the red that there was nothing there. Then the bathroom. Confirmed that with the red there was nothing there. That's it, right there.
When we examined the bedroom, there was nothing there. After while I was dressing in the bathroom, Ken slipped out of the closet and hid again somewhere in the bedroom. The word thing guaranteed that no one was in the bedroom was torn apart after just 1 minute. I spotted it. This is what just learned me to think that Ken's in the closet. The place he's really hiding is the bedroom. I found it! I finally found it! Your trick! That was a close one. If Gun said there was nowhere to hide except inside the closet, she have said too bad the closet is empty. Huh? No, wait. It works the same way in reverse? I see. I get it now. It was an integral logic trick. Damn that Beto, Sony's only logic ever seen with this strange trick. If I only was the closet shelf, Ken hide under the bed. If I only saw the bed shelf, Ken hide in the closet. But the correct yet choosing either one loses meaning. After expose them both at the same time, or is a checkmate. Incredible. I had never heard of such an unfair trick. If this was a magician's stage trick, it'd just be a cheap trick. This was Mr. You'd be cheating. However, in this witch game, it's legitimate. A logic trick. And just we call it a double check. No, discovered attack. No, discovered double checkmate. Even though this sort of logic would be a foul trick in mystery genre, this world will witch its way to world mystery. What a regal position it is. The beautiful placement of the black pieces courting my white king. View is almost like an art. I'll work it for such art beauty that if I were God in the age of myth, I may wish displayed it in the sky as a constellation. That beauty even brought tears to my eyes. For the first time, I feel honored to have been allowed to participate in a human game, Truth Against a Witch. And ironically, it taught me, a person who has always believed that there is only one truth, that truth isn't necessarily always singular. I just brought my perspective and see a completely different truth. And though each of these truths are true, both are incorrect, they are all you can see. My life now, that's just how many truths I've ever turned my eyes away from. Because I was blind by some trivial truth. This is the truth of the world. That's our arrogance to think that only one truth exists. Whenever we find one truth, we are blind to all others. Thank you, Beatrice-sama. I never thought that would be the one to teach me the true nature of this world. Huh. Slowly, with a soft and gentle motion like a flower opening, with the morning dew dripping down inside, Erica raised her gun. I am the victor. I've seen through your double check. Then come. Ballard's guest room disappearance trick is as follows. While I searched the room, Ballard was hiding in the closet. Then, during the service of the bathroom, he understood the chain and escaped from the room. At the time, Cannon was waiting for him in the hallway. Cannon entered the gas room in his place and set the chain. This is the trick to Ballard's disappearance. And afterwards, he hid in the bedroom. This happened after I checked to see that there was no one inside of the bedroom, so it is valid. In this way, can the rescuer conceal himself in the bedroom?
Erica's blue bullet flew in a strange, erratic arc. Became a wedge of blue truth and pierced straight down through the bed and the flower beneath. But you didn't pull her trigger. Ours did quietly argue back with the red truth. Canon does not exist in the bedroom. The goat attendees gasped. It appears as though Erica had been defeated, denied by the red truth. The goats, you can't see more than single truth, probably looked as though I've lost.
Next is the real one. This is the answer from the human capable of understanding multiple truth. It looks like a tale fantasy will end with the second twilight. So why don't we carry out the remaining twilights? And open the door to the Goaterland. If you want to disappear, then should be surrounded by your golden roses.
The fires of blue truth flashed at Erica's feet, and she loaded a blue truth bullet once more. That overflowing blue powers now make her entire gun burn with a blue flame. She wasn't aiming for Beto, she was aiming behind Beto, at the closet.
Now that the bedroom is denied, you've nowhere left to run. Die, Cannon!
The 5 wedges of blue truth that she released grazed Beeto's cheeks, hair, and shoulders. Then pincushioned the door to the closet. To gouge whoever human was inside to death. The 5 wedges slammed into the door in a vertical line. In other words, on the 4th twilight, gouge the head and kill. On the 5th twilight, gouge the chest and kill. On the 6th twilight, on the 7th twilight, on the 8th twilight, gouge and kill and kill and kill. After being gouged by so many thick and sharp wedges, the human side wouldn't stand a chance. So, that was all.
This is the truth I've exposed. That is all.
When she proclaimed that she had finished, the 5 blue wedges piercing the closet disappeared. However, that many large splintering holes left behind showed that it had indeed been pierced. Then, as though she had concluded the ceremony that led to the Golden Land, the space that was constructed guest room had become countless golden flower petals and drifted away. Now the duelists and the crowd of attendees were surrounded by the Golden Rose Garden and the Golden Land. However, the closet behind Beetle remained. It stood there all by itself, like a coffin. Then, as though teased open by the desolate wind, the hole-covered closet slowly opened. Inside was a human figure. The figure was covered up the head by what appeared to be a greenish-gray robe. Of course, that had also large holes showing that it had been stabbed into. Eventually, became clear that this was not a robe but a raincoat. We had rushed here from the guest house. There'd be nothing strange about him wearing this into the guest room. Then, with a rustle, the raincoat lost its human shape, crumpled, became a cloud of gold butterflies, and disappeared. Inside the coffin in the closet, nothing remained except an empty darkness. Cannon does not exist in the guest room. Of course, this includes all parts of the closet, the bedroom, and the bathroom. Cannon let Battle escape and hid in the closet. And then he used magic to disappear. This is the witch's truth. That is all. The duel is decided. See. And the winner is Beatrice! Oh! The Teddies let out a cheer! Virgilia's group went out with a scream and shout in joy! The Seven Sisters jumped about in celebration! Then at the same moment, the two demons proclaimed Beatrice's victory. The head ring worn by Erica, who was slowly crumbling to the ground, and the curse ring Balor's finger both burst! At the same time, Balor called violently. Balor was starting to regain consciousness. Battler! Battler! Battler-san! Vito latched onto her husband with absolute joy. Virgilia, Gab, and Rone did the same. All the Seven Sisters also crowd around him in delight. It's such a nasty trick. You sure sometimes something like this counts? A trick like this one, those humans start complaining again about how this isn't a mystery. No, it's funded. That just can't be seen by people without love. Battler-san! Battler-san! Lady Erica! Lady Erica! Someone, help her quickly! The rose of blood in Erica's chest couldn't stop opening its petals. Third-degree contemptual denial syndrome. Use to continuous neutralizer impossible. Neutralization only possible by emergency approval for resurrection. This piece's master must provide approval for resurrection. Lady Burncassel, give your approval for her resurrection. Lady Burncassel, where did she go? Search request for ceremony guards. Find Lady Burncassel. Understood, Mom. There's a link. Search formation. How despicable to think that a master would watch your pieces do it to the end. No, that is despicable in the extreme. After learning that her master was already nowhere to be seen, Erica, who was being held by Delnor, didn't feel lonely. On the contrary, she was at least she would need to brutally be scolded in the last moments of her life. Gods and demons! Tell noble passing for generations to come! Noble? The villain is supposed to die pathetically, so the star of the show can sign. I'm not anyone's piece anymore. I can finally show my own row. Lady Erica, you mustn't move. Stand back. Back off! When Erica yelled with all of her soul, those around her flinched back and fell on their butts. I am the Witch of Truth, Furuto Erika. Oh, Witch of Truth. So what you can withstand the truth. Now, I can finally accept the real truth about myself. Toxin her own concept being denied raced through her. Her vision was already starting to blur. At the end of her twisted range of vision were Balor and Beto hugging each other and looking at her. Their expressions are firm. That's okay. Pain sympathy would only make me look more pathetic. That's her expression is a loser's great salvation. Lady Erika, the duel is already over. It is not over. Until death do them part. We won't let anyone disgrace their final moments. The two demons grabbed down their shoulders and held her back. Dripping blood, breathing heavily, and with an awkward got, Erika walked towards Beto and Balor despite it all. As the blood dripped from her, it became golden flower petals which drifted away. So as she walked, she looked both divine and beautiful. The duel wouldn't end until one of them had died. So even though the outcome was clear, it wasn't over. Beto and Balor told the people bunched around them to step back, and they both walked forward to face the noble loser. Erika. Congratulations on your resurrection. Seems you have bad luck with women. You never get a normal one to like you. True. Never fall in love with a normal woman. Beto? No, I asked this of both of you. You wish for one final class. Erika? Very well. We are not to bore us to refuse your noble request. Thank you. As the consciousness began to waver, Erika raised her gun again. She pointed at the two of them. Beto also raised her gun to point at Erika. Then, Balor placed his hand on hers. It's already resolved. What more could be there to argue about? Erika-sama. Why am I powerless to help you? Now? But watch until the end. That's your job as a friend, isn't it? Both sides silently loaded their bullets to truth without saying a word. The color packed in each barrel was red. But neither side spoke. Do they know what trump card the other would lose? With this being the end, I thought that I should probably introduce myself. What's she saying? This lane to the game? No one can imagine what red truth Erika loaded. Beto, are you sure? Yes, I don't mind. I understand.
Let's at least pull the phone trigger together.
I know. Battle placed his own hand on top of the finger that Beto had around the trigger.
Battle-san, I'm glad I met you.
We'll be together. For all eternity.
So you have to flirt right in front of me? This was starting to piss me off anyway. A Terry Farrow scene is definitely not for me. It sounds me a villain's gotta wear this face to the very last moment.
That's a nice look. Marrying life with you probably would have been fun enough to make me vomit.
Of course. I would have locked you in a world of such constant back-breaking pleasure. I would have taken Beto-san completely off your mind.
It's 1,000 years too early for you to capture Paolo's heart, little girl.
Yes, that one's your cutest look by far. This really is the way for both of us to finish things.
Come.
This is the final party line from the detective, Bruno Erica, and my self-introduction.
Erica spun around a magnificent rondo, scattering blood and going petals around her. She raised her gun.
Hello and good day, Detective Bruno Erica at your service. I may be invited by your home, but not unwelcome. I am a visitor, the 18th man Rokujima.
Sorry, bud. Even if you join us all.
17人だ。
Then let the pair exchange their rings! Beto took Balor's hand and put a ring with the Beto took Balor's hand and put a ring with the seal of the one-winged eagle on his finger.
いいのか
Are you sure?
You are already the territory lord. So this ring belongs to you, Balor-san.
本当にいいのか
You're certain? This is the word you
お前
created.
が生み出した世界
Your tale.
Yes,
あなたと一緒になりたくて
I created this tale
生み出した
because I want to be with you.
だから
That means the purpose of this world has been fulfilled.
目的は果たされましただからこれからは
So now on,
あなたが
I want you to write it.
私とあなたの
The rest of the tale about you and me.
Or am I just dragging you out of your comfort zone? I am merely pushing the tiresome task of Territory Lord onto you. It's much easier being the wife where you only have to brag.
わらわは日々を遊んでそなたが新しい物語を書くのを待てばいい
I just need to play around and wait for you to write a new tale.
そして
And for each new tale you write, I will play any role you devise for
そのた
me.
めにどんな役でもこなそうぞ凶悪な
A wicked witch or an adversary.
騎手でも
恋人でも
A lover
妻でも
or a wife.
俺の物語は激しいぞ
My tales are pretty intense. Be busy from dawn until dusk.
望むところよ
Sounds perfect. Ito's hand relinquished the ring of the Territory Lord. From Battler, she received a silver ring with a crest that could only be worn by the wife of the Territory Lord. Then they exchanged their rings, and their wedding was complete. Then the pair turned around, faced the packed crowd guests, and raised their rings high. A thunderous applause rang out for them. In commemoration of the night's events, the great Territory Lord who now recognized and comes to certain people.
呼ばれたる
Let those come forward. Come forward.
At Balor's nod, Vio read the name of the first guest to be recognized.
カノン
Canon,
前へ
come forward.
Canon-kun?
A girl goat pushed her way through the crowd, took off her mask, and yelled. A cloud of gold butterflies gathered before Balor and Beto, and took the form of Canon, kneeling from those two nobles. Canon already died and vanished. However, all the dead revived in the Golden Land. Canon, right here.
そなたは
When my husband was locked up and in danger,
これを救出し
you rescued him and displayed your self-sacrifice and choosing to remain in the eternal prison in his place.
自己犠牲を見せたその献身叙勲に値す
Your devotion is deserving of commendation.
るその身の復活と
Therefore, we allow you for resurrection as well as your continued service. My lady,
ありがたき幸せ
I am deeply thankful.
Canon-kun. Yoshia-kun. Yoshia-kun. Ooh.
Lady raced forward and landed sobbing in Canon's chest. Cam pat her head gently and held her.
家具として使えるんじゃないぜ
You won't be serving as furniture.
人間として
You'll be serving as a human.
そこの意味理解してるよな。
You don't understand what that means? I do. After looking at Jessica sobbing, he'll look at Balor again and nod forcefully.
そしてもう一組
Now for the next pair.
後ろ宮ジョージ
Ushonomiya George and Shannon.
前へ
Come forward. Yes. George and Shannon were the next to be called. Perhaps they already ready themselves. They walked forward boldly and kneeled.
後ろ宮ジョージ、ここに。
Ushonomiya George, right here.
シャノンここに
Shannon, right here.
そなたらは見事最後
You two withstood Zephyr and Fervor's trials into the very end.
その見事な功績と愛情決意と高潔さは模範としてこの上なく叙勲に値する
Your great achievements in affection, determination, and nobility are exemplary, deserving commendation.
よって
Therefore, I issue a merit certificate signed by His Lordship.
陛下の署名にて発行する
ありがたき幸せ
We are deeply thankful.
本証明書は
That certificate overrides objections from one and
異
all.
議申し立てすることはかなわない 叙勲者親族一同は
Let the families those recognize bless this union with all their hearts.
つうわけだ。
Ah, you heard her.
しがらみは
No more
一切な
squabbling.
し
Let's just all throw rice at them and
どうか二
celebrate.
人に米粒の雨をぶつけて祝福してやってくれ。よっ、おめでとう。
Congrats, you two! The territorial glory clapped his hand in celebration. It spread throughout the entire cathedral. Then a group of goats in the front line of the crowd took their masks off one by one.
いいこと
Now listen, I won't stand for you making too much salty miso soup, understand?
それから
And George's getting low rate, so go easy on the sugar.
ジョージ、男
George, when a man gets married, he's got to trust his wife even more than his parents.
母さんが何を言ってもな
What your mother says, you make sure you protect Shannon, Chan.
守るんやで。
ああ、当然さ。
Yeah, of course.
ジョージさん
George, son.
ジョージはねきっちり7時間
George needs a solid 7 hours of sleep each night.
夜更かしさせたら許
I
さな
never give
い
you
んだから
to
ね
keep him staying up late.
背中を流すのも耳の掃除も妻の仕事なのよ
And don't forget that washing his back and his ears are also his wife's responsibility.
そうだったんです
Is that true? What have I done?
仕事内容は
That varies depending on the family.
ルドルフさん妻を大事に
Rudolph, son, have you been caring for your wife? You should know.
なんでそこ疑う
I'm suspicious.
お幸せにね
Find happiness, you two.
結婚はゴール
Marriage is on the go.
むしろスタートよ
It's just starting line, okay?
おめでとうおめでとう
Congratulations, congratulations. You. Congratulations.
僕たちも
Cream can't beat us either, can we?
Yeah, there's no way we're losing. Damn it.
All of the Show family, all the servants, and all the spirits and demons in attendance. Celebrate the honorees with even greater applause.
黄金の魔女によって
Thus, the tale woven by the Golden Witch comes to an end.
最後
It seems proper to conclude the tale with the epitaph.
良いだろう以下は黄金の魔女の碑文より黄金鏡の書
Following is the passage on the Golden Land and the Golden Witch's epitaph. The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures. One shall be of the Golden Land's gold. One resurrects all the dead people's souls. One even revives all the love they possessed. And one for the witch to eternally rest. Rest in peace, my beloved witch Beatrice. So, this means Beato now rest fulfilled. That interpretation is probably appropriate. And now the game is over, One-chan will be released, right? What happened to him? Well, I wonder. That book of this fragment tells no more of this story. So in the end, we don't even find out what happens to Oni-chan. It's not as though anything will come out of it anyway. At the end, Oni-chan and the others never came back. They reached the Golden Land and enjoyed themselves there. So says the tale, but in reality, everyone died in that horrific accident. Still, I've learned a lot of interesting things. Island really is a place of crazy illusions. Indeed! And your reading was quite wonderful. I feel worn out like watching a six-hour movie all at once. I'm tired. Ishiromiya Angie. You really have worked hard. My bone was eased by your reading. I feel a few tortures when I've not felt long before I stopped counting the years. If you're grateful, why can't I have some kind of commendation too? What would be good? Give me some time. I would think. Bernie sat down in a rocking chair and rocked it gently, apparently trying to think of something. Ishiromiya Angie. You really have worked hard. You have done well to keep me reading up until the very end. With this, Risato's amigo are lifted. You may return to your original one and be reunited with the fate that you have been given. Sheesh. Looks like this has been one hell of a side trip. Oh, do not pout. I have to give a reward now. Yes, why not every once in a while? I said it has been quite some time. I imagine the ink from the bar is dried up now. Even after the tale ended, Andy and Hachijo's debate over continued for quite some time. It was very serious and fiery. Angie acknowledged that this tale was no crazy literary work, but a new message about it, which was drifted here once more from Rokujima on the 12 years previous to tell her a single possible truth. And it seemed as though she had found her own interpretation of the truth she thought the tale was trying to tell. Of course, that was only one truth, and not meaning an end to her journey. Still, this interpretation had its place. It wasn't officially the 12-year gap in her heart. However, for now, she was content just to enjoy the feeling that the tale had created, along with the bitter coffee Hachijo had made. Thank you for reading to the end. And thank you for your thoughts and opinions.
一番最初の無限の魔女も喜んでいると思い
I'm sure the very first Endless Witch is happy.
なんだ素直にそういうことも言えるじゃない
Wow, so you can say stuff like that.
最初からそういう口調で喋ってればもっとファンも増えるんじゃない
If you just talk like that from the beginning, I'll bet you have a lot more fans.
あなたという素晴らしい読者を称えているだけです
I'm merely praising the wonderful reader that you most certainly are. I wanted to say that rather than write for silent readership of unthinkable swine.
あなた一人のために原稿を記す方が
I would find it much more productive to use my time on this earth to write a manuscript for you alone.
だからそういうことを言わなきゃいいのに
That's the kind of thing you don't have to say.
ま一応
Well, I'll take it as a compliment.
さて
Okay. You get the feeling that I've spent a really, really long time here. It feels as though I've spent a major fraction of my life here. I feel uncomfortable sitting here on the sofa in someone else's house. For some strange reason, it feels as familiar as my own home. However, the clock shows that it's only been about 2 or 3 hours since I met her. My sense of time feels very strange.
お連れの方は遅いですね
Your friend seems to be taking his time.
長電話かしら
Must be a long phone call.
男のくせに気
Maybe
持
for a
ち
guy
悪
to
い
talk that long on the phone. He said he was going to make a scheduled report to Okonagi-san, didn't he? Even though he was so that he could use the phone here, he declined and went to look for a public phone somewhere. Something about he didn't want to risk being bugged? There's too ridiculous a point to argue, so I just left him to it.
公衆電話って遠いん
Is
で
the
す
public phone far?
通りに出てずっと
If you go out on the street, there's a store on the corner as you're a short way down.
これでおいとまします
Then I'll be on my way. Here, consider this payment for your snacks or whatever.
そのお金をあなたには
If I let you keep that money,
また来て
will you come again, read my
私
next
の
manuscript, and tell me your
新しい原稿を
opinions?
読んで感想を聞かせてくれますか札束払ってまで
You're willing to pay Rose money to get an uncouth girl like me to read your manuscript?
いいえ
On the contrary,
あなたは
you're a good reader and a good thinker.
よく考える読者だったあなたのような人を
It is in search of a person like you that we weave these tales and set them loose onto the world.
世に放っているのです褒めすぎだわ
You praise me too much.
私は
I just take books a little too seriously.
過ぎるタイプなだけよこの短くない時間を
As thanks to the considerable time you have given to me,
いつかきっと
I will someday write your
あ
tale.
なたの物語を書きましょうまたあんたの偽書に私
Am I gonna appear in another one of your forgeries?
今度はマシ
Oh,
な
you kill me in a slightly better way this time.
あなたは奇跡は
Do you like miracles?
ご都合主義
You mean story contrivances?
昔は嫌いだった
I used to hate them. I've recently become a big fan.
ただ
Still,
口が肥えて
I've
るん
been
で
spoiled though, so you have
ビル
to
から飛び降り
have to one up jumping off a skyscraper and ending up unharmed because I didn't even count that as a miracle anymore.
ではそんなあなたが
And one day
奇跡の
perhaps I will write you a tale that you will consider a miracle.
やがていつかどうも突然押しかけて
I'm really sorry for barging in all of a sudden saying all kinds of mean things.
いいえ
Oh no, not at all. It was a worthwhile conversation.
編集局長
I was having my head editor arrange on the meeting between the two of us.
対談をセッティングしてもらおうかしらその機会がま
If
た
the opportunity presents itself,
See you again
see you
Have a
again.
nice day
Have a nice day.
ええまたいつか
Yes, maybe sometime again.
あなたの真
I
実
pray that you find your truth.
たどり着けますようにありがとう
Thank you.
もしあなたの真
If
実
ever
に
you
たどり
reach
着
your
け
truth,
たならあなたの真実
please try making your truth a tale as well someday.
あんたらの魔女仲間になれと
You want me to become one of your
どうか
witches?
しら
I'm not sure about that.
文字書くの苦手だし
I'm bad at writing.
良き読者が
Your reader isn't necessarily a good writer, you know.
いやいや全く
Oh, quite true.
私も
I myself could never read anything written by someone else.
やれや
Sheesh.
れじゃ
Then I'm off.
ああなたとはこれで二度と
After this, I will probably never see you again.
いつかどこかで
I pray I will be fortunate enough to meet another you somewhere. Someday.
最後に一つだけ
Can I ask you one last question?
どうぞ
Go ahead.
物語の中に登
That
場した
feathering witch who appeared within the
デザイ
tale?
ンって魔女あれは
That's
あんたよね
you, right?
語るのもおこがましい
Maybe presumptuous to say, but that was my intention.
こういう質問も
This might be a strange question, but
あんたがフェザリーヌ
are you feathering?
フェザリーヌが
Or is feathering you?
さて
Oh, why?
何の話
I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. Mysterious woman remained mysterious to the end. So I made it through a day I had no memory of. The following day, I took a boat to Nijima. I'll probably never see her again. However, that just means that I won't see her. The other me's might somewhere down the road. Just as I was able to reach several truths, I pray that they too can reach their destinations. So long, Feathering. If you ever write a better story, please call me again. If I'm free, I might just drop by. Yeah, no problem. The cushiest escort job I've ever had. I don't almost be playing money you long, sir. I'll take you pass on that. How old I am. I'm done running around that place. The person on the end of the line was Okonogi. Okonogi was also one who tended to move from place to place, so I hadn't been the easiest to catch him even on the phone. The trip's been pretty cool. So right now, there's no need to run around. Sumadera Kasumi searching a mad one for her. According to my source, she's fixed like a ride to Rojima already. You'll bump into it there. Oh, just as planned. There'll likely be 5 or 6 people at most. They're probably armed with nothing more than handguns. They're no match for you. Feel free to run wild. Make sure you kill them. You receive the favorite toy of yours? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sorry I managed to get this into the country. Behind Agamakusa was the red card that had been borrowed in a false name, inside which was now a black golf bag. Their family is already given the okay, but make sure you got out of Japan as soon as you're done. Don't forget to buy your cup ramen by the box in Narita before your flight out. I'll take my time. It's an easy job. There's also the other matter. You understand me, right? Other matter? Well, now you've just lost me. Playing dumb, huh? Well, whatever. Then Nate, your man, you never betrayed my expectations. I'm clever about it, you won't ever have to get your hands dirty. There's plenty of ways to handle it. I'm not sure what you're talking about. No, Anji-chan's an unfortunate kid. So, all she had to do was play the part of a secluded, wealthy young lady. Since Eva Sam's death, we've all been in agreement on uniting going forward. This little portable shrine of ours is important. It's also a liability. Talking about war peace here, right? Oh, Sumadera Black Seeds know how to shoot a gun, right? Huh? What is it, sir? Don't know me that after a few days on the run. You and Angie-chan have already hooked up. Me and that bright little girl, please. And it's not like I care. You finally managed to move on enough that you can take passes at women at least. How the woman's women, you know? Never lasts if just one or two gives you the jitters. Oh, speak of the devil. Yes, that's all for today. We'll go on Maggie after I reach our lodgings in Nijima. Later. Angie walked down the street towards me. Why'd you have to do that when I told her to wait for me to come back? If only she wasn't like this, she might have lived a long life. That was a pretty long call. I was so tired of waiting that I left. Sorry about that. Oh, was it for you, Missy? Learn anything interesting? It was interesting. Sounds cool. After Amakusa opened the passenger side door, Angie got into the car. Amakusa quickly went around to the driver's seat. Then let's head to the harbor. Let me know, man, the Sumadare family has set up a net. If we do get caught, then that's the measure of my luck. If we don't, then Rokujima's waiting for me. Let's leave it all to luck. Luck, is it? When you can't decide what you want to do. When it doesn't matter either way. It's not so bad to entrust your fate to a coin toss. I'll leave it to luck too. I'm changing that sort of thing myself. My bodyguard just said to leave everything to luck. This sucks. Since I had to leave for the phone call, I totally missed the clincher. What happened after I left? Let's hear. No, I'm not telling. That's a shame. The car dashed through the hilly town. Now return to Hachijo's house for all of eternity. However, Angie didn't sentimental about it. For now, she just wanted to silently consider the new message bottle that the current endless witch, Hachijo Toya, had given her. The rearview mirror of the town where a witch lived faded off into the distance. However, that scene wasn't reflected in Angie's eyes. Lambda, where are you? Just having to say that felt like admitting defeat. I didn't like it. Why is that she's always so obnoxious and clingy when I don't need her? And then won't answer when I call her name. Where am I? Annoyed by the completely predictable ending, I had left the cathedral. I planned on finding some terrace with a cool night's breeze. But I killed time to the end of this farcical reception. It's true that I tried to find somewhere desolate so that I didn't have to look at people. But this is a bit ridiculous. The Great Burnt Castle. I'm lost. A year ago, like that, certainly couldn't happen. Yes, miracles don't exist in this world. To create a miracle, need an amount of time that can never be reached. A period that is no different from infinity. So when something that appears to be a miracle happens in a shorter span of time than that, it's not a miracle, but due to someone's design. In other words, the reason I'm walking down this bizarre corridor is because someone's design has forced me here.
誰
Who did
こ
this?
んな手の
Who pulled this elaborate prank on me?
よっぽどの恥ずかしがり屋みたい
You must be quite the shy one,
こんな日頃に呼び出すんだから
calling me out to a desolate place like this. Then, from the other side of the dark corridor, I heard a sound. Patter, 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 patter. It sounded as though some small animal, like a dog or cat, was walking at a quick pace. No miracle could cause a dog or cat to be in place like this. Such a miracle would not be allowed. Since it isn't a miracle, that means I'm being guided in that direction. Alright then. This might be some new idea to keep me entertained. This is some kind of new joke of lambdas. I'll cover her whole body with honey using my tongue as a reward. And then I'll stick parasol chocolates into her eyes and tell her to never do that again. The direction that the noise had come from was not only dim, but shrouded in complete darkness. However, I could sense something in the darkness. There are two emerald green glints, probably cat eyes. The eyes of the black cat that blend well into the darkness.
あなたが呼んだの
Are you the one who called me
そ
here?
れとも
Or
あなたが
are you just the messenger? I looked at my feet. I saw red cat footprints leading towards those cat eyes. It was unsettling, as though it had run through a puddle of blood on its way there. I had my eyes adjusted to the darkness. Even with the lack of light, I was vaguely able to make out the red footprints ahead of me. They weren't actually glowing or anything, but they served perfectly well as a signpost leading me onwards. Patter, 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 patter. As though it was telling me to follow. The cat turned around and dashed off into the darkness. What is it? It feels very strange. It's a feeling I haven't felt since I began calling myself the cruelest witch in the world. I can't quite remember what this feeling is. Still, one as tired of boredom as me, it's surely more fun this way. I followed the bloody footprints of the cat, which would sometimes stop and look back at me, and walked on and on through the dark corridor. It headed forward, and turned corners, and ascended what appeared to be stairs from time to time. And then, though I couldn't really tell because of the darkness, it slipped through the cracks of the door.
ここ
Here. I pushed the door open slowly. It was dark on the inside, just like the corridor. However, the air and the slight change in the echoes made by the footsteps told me that this was a room, not a corridor. The sound of the cat's footsteps were gone. However, the bloody footprints remained. On the other side of some sort of wooden screen, under what looked like a small spotlight, that same black cat was noisily gobbling down a bowl of pet food. I see. This is its reward for bringing me here.
猫
Cat,
お食事中
sorry to bother you during your meal.
そろそろあん
I'd
た
like
の
to summon your
指示を
master.
呼んでちょうだいそれとも
That is, unless you're actually the one who summoned
あ
me.
んたが私を呼んだ本人ってわけじゃないわよね
Talking to you didn't cause it to turn around. Well, I guess it is an animal eating its food. A kitty whale will probably run off to its owner. I did kick the cat. Sailed away like a stuffed animal. Hit the wall and fell to the ground. Then it vanished as though it had melted into the darkness. What's with this cat? Is it just an illusion? When I looked at the food bowl, it was piled up with what appeared to be blood-drenched raw meat. As though someone had torn apart living flesh on the spot. And piled it into there. Come on. What's with this creepy reception?
That
was a mean thing to do, kicking it. The instant I heard that voice, the hairs on the back of my neck stood on end. Then, the surrounding area finally brightened. However, Brinkus had already guessed where this was before it grew bright. That was you! That cat. My dear flesh-eating cat who has learned to choose its own path. Oh, it's been so long since we last met. It's a path I never have noticed if you hadn't told me. You're the monster who taught me the taste of flesh. So you've come back to life. Featherine Aurora. It is Augustus Aurora. You never learned. No, how did I tell you that? Very well. Even that brings back fond memories. I've heard the rumors. You seem to have taken the name Brinkus, Witch of Miracles. Been traveling around playing some far from praiseworthy fragment games. I'm just imitating you. They can only match up to your level. If the rumors around me are bad, that applies 100-fold to you. Brinkus sat unreservedly in an antique chair, as though she was already familiar with the place. What are you afraid of? I'm merely celebrating my reunion with my longest-serving Miko so far. Do you really find my messenger cat so displeasing? By our appearances, Brinkus' manners seem relaxed. However, Featherine admonished her, telling her not to be afraid. Judging by the expression that rose at Burn's face, Featherine had been right on the mark. Did you really have to make such a blunt insinuations against me? A cat leaving behind bloody footprints and stuffing his face with a blood-stained meat? Have no fear. Look closely. Where do you see a cat stuffing his face with blood-stained meat? I just gave it a plate of biscuits as a reward for going to get you. Despite there being no wind, the boat of reach seemed to blow away as though it was made of soot. In its place lay a lovely and perfectly normal cat dish, with a pile of small biscuits on top of it. Brinkus didn't even hide her displeased grimace. Feathering shrugged and muttered, "You haven't changed, child man," as she rocked her rocking chair. I see you're as unpleasant as ever. And nowadays I find you pleasing. Thing you really has been far from boring. Ah, scold me as you please. It is the parting gift I gave you when we last met. You like to produce amigos because they kept you entertained, right? Ridiculous. Tongue only please you all shut up. So, what do you want with me? It seems that Beach's game has ended with Balor's victory. I observed it. It was quite entertaining. I'm sure you enjoyed seeing me fail miserably. Nonsense, it was a splendid performance. I'm sure Beto is very grateful to you. And?
レアとのゲームのかけ
You want me to read the fragments of videos games aloud for you? I refuse. I'm not your Miko anymore. I've observed all of Beto's games. I also watched Lambda Delta's game and Balor's game with great interest. I have fashioned my own brittle answers to all the mysteries. The culprits, the motive, the individual tricks. I don't even care about the very last part of the Eptaph's riddle. If I have enough of a theory that I've actually went Rojima investigated, I should be able to solve that part as well. And, of course, since there's no single truth, my theory is probably only one of many possibilities. However, it is one of those possibilities, so the problem is a trivial one. What are you up to? You want to debate Beto's game with me? Wrong! But I wanted to look at the answers, Shadow Man. Those words of Feathering saying burn his cell straight up. Roadmaster and I failed to notice that small reaction. So far, you have spiced up this tale as an actor. Doing that, you have probably come to know many truths. However, even you are aware of the truth behind several mysteries that Beto has skillfully kept hidden, correct? I see. You want to use me to chew parts and string out the guts of something again. After watching a play, the experience of reading a pamphlet and learning what goes on behind the scenes. It's similar to, as you would say, enjoying some black tea after a meal. It's a ceremony, but essential nonetheless. You play with them and love them while they're alive, then eat their flesh when they die. So cats are doubly useful to you. Just die, monster. I want to look at the answers. I'm sure you want to know them. I think there's a barrel of Beto's corpse where you are in charge of the service. What do you think say about that, Shadow Man? Now you're starting to speak my language. When Feathering snapped her fingers, a thin spotlight shone on a table cluttered with books. There lay a photo version of the game board for Beto's game. The witch of theory going spun her finger in a circle and the game board opened up by itself, revealing the rows of black and white pieces that were packed away inside it. It is a complete set containing the game board and all the pieces. The regular previous game are all here as well. With a rustling sound, the books slipped through all the pages of their own accord and shut themselves, and flew to the side of the game board where they waited. Inside them, all the moons and pieces during previous games were recorded. I see. So you were sure playing on a commenter. Oh, we're also short on black tea. And I suppose dried plums. Of course I will find some. Okay. We add on some mustard rice cakes, then we have a deal. The negotiations are concluded. I have one condition. Oh, and what is that? I'm going to be the reader, right? I have no love, so I might interpret all things in strange ways. I have the reader's free to read things in a manner and with an intonation of her choosing. I only want to check the answers. I have no interest in the tale itself. The kind of tale you choose to create is of no interest to me whatsoever. Yes. Now I see what you're after.
飲むでしょ条件
Will you accept that
いい
condition?
だろう
Oh, very well. I will know the answers. You want an outlet for your
そなた
grievances.
は鬱憤が晴らしたい交渉は成
The
立だ
negotiations are concluded. When Feathering snapped her fingers once more, a large chair appeared, as though begging Bernicasau to sit there. The chair's design horribly mismatched with the furnishing of the room was the throne. Wait, I've seen this before. This is...
認めようぞ
I acknowledge it. You may sit.
ゲームマスター
You are the game
そ
master.
なただいいのね
Are you sure?
本当に
Are you really sure?
そなたの鬱
You
憤
can create whatever sort of tale you like to ease your inner hatred.
紡げばいい私には興
I
味
am
な
not
い
interested.
ただし
However, I have one condition as well.
私の
Provide all the answers I seek.
すべてせよ隠し事
No
も
hiding, concealment, or
罪隠し
tricks.
もごまかしも一切なしだ 任せなさい
Leave it to me.
腹渡引き裂いて
Tearing apart the chest and remember the guts is my
削り
specialty.
出すのは私の最も得意とするところあんたの
After
仕込
all
みだもの
You trained me.
紅茶を入れよう
I shall make you some black tea with my own hands, not
私
magic.
自らの手でな主が巫女に
The master treated Miko to some tea.
かつてベアトは私に紅茶を飲むなら魔女とに限
Peter
る
once told me that tea is best drunk in the company of a witch.
どうやら
It seems we
違う
differ in that regard. At some point, that dish piled with biscuits. I remember to a mountain of torn apart meat in his platter red. No, not just meat, even intestines.
紅茶を飲むなら
Tea is best enjoyed
化け物同士
with your fellow monsters. In that case, let's get the pieces ready. If we keep counting, this will be game number 7, right? Correct! An auspicious number. It won't be for Beto. Ringso slowly picked up a black piece. It was a piece that represented Beatrice. Sometimes the king, sometimes the queen, could even become a knight. However, that was only if it got promoted. Until then, it was only a trash piece, like a pawn. First came piece positioning. Even so early, which the game had already begun. Ringso took Beato's piece and slowly raised it high. First move, placement. Beatrice on D8. When the seagulls cried, none were left alive. I can't kill you? Well, that's a shocker. Fell from a pleasure boat and currently missing. Due to the Rokujima explosion accident that occurred shortly after, her own accident was lost to history. Her family argues that she might have driven to Rokujima and gotten involved in the accident. No evidence indicating a presence on the island has ever been found at the scene. Forgers who learned of her fall from the boat often theorize she drifted onto Rokujima and add her into the witch illusion. You were a real fucking person? Yeah, okay, that's creepy. She's completely removed from the game now. She doesn't exist at all. Spirit mirror. Getting the shrine built on the rock in the waters near Rokujima to suppress the evil spirits of Akujijima. It is believed that it possesses a great power which holds these evil spirits at bay. This mirror is revered by the fishermen around the Nijima area, and several times each year, a small ceremony is conducted, joined by the Ushinomiya family and Nijima Fishery Cooperative. In the past, kids ordered that it be cleaned on the change of season. However, it is unknown whether or not he did this out of respect for the code of the Eastern world. Set of dueling pistols. A set of demonic dueling pistols prepared by Zephyr and Furfur. The number of shots loaded depends on the format of the duel. In most cases, each gun holds just a single round. Most of the duelists are loaded them, and if the bullet grazes any part of the body, the conscience of the target is denied without exception. In the past, duels were performed in the classic style of swords. This took a great deal of time before an outcome was reached, which displeased certain impatient theater-going witches. For this reason, a dueling weapon that could always kill with a single shot was asked for and created. Of course, these weapons are not particularly popular among theater-going witches who are fans of dramas. Reminder, this is fucking something that apparently Jessica wore once. I would like to remind you all of that. This is not Erica's outfit. She took this from fucking Jessica. I remember you saying that, Ark. I just like reminding people here because that...
So you're a boy servant. How old are you?
Those are her first words spoken to me. Can't believe it. She was probably interested in me ever since then. Oh, fuck. That's so cute. Victor... We're at peak fiction, let's go! I'm actually fucking crying myself, oh fuck. Don't enter into a toxic Yuri relationship with our Delor. Delor, no! We already have one toxic Yuri relationship, we don't need another. If I was Beatrice, my one red truth I would create, my ultimate killer red truth, canon. Was never in the other locked room. God, I never thought I would be so happy to see Beatrice look at me like I'm a piece of dirt. Just handing out red truth like it was candy. I mean, if she's never gonna figure out the golden truth, who fucking cares? Go Beatrice indeed! Go Beatrice, the golden witch! Ooh! And of course, making the red truth true, but using it to cover lies. Yep, amazing, I love it. This is Beatrice through and through. Oh my god, Beatrice is letting her use X! I love being in on it. I love being in on it so fucking much. Is this what it's like to be fucking Beatrice during the first 4 games? Is this what it's like to be Beatrice during the first 4 games where you know everything? Jessica gets her happy ending! Why the fuck do I actually cheer for the Golden Land? What happened? How did this all change? Why does everything keep falling? 6-hour movie all at once. 6 hours, wouldn't that be something? It's a kinetic novel, Millie Devon, so there are no choices or anything. It's just a storybook, essentially. But I will say that it is one of the best stories I have ever read so far, and I think it's incredibly enjoyable. Look, I've been asking for answers, Rush, but I'd rather have the answers be given without having to fucking tear apart the characters, rip up their guts, strewn them about the room, and then tell me exactly how you did it. I don't need that detail. Also, Rokujima explosion incident. Oh yeah, that part kind of went over my head because I'm just like, honestly, I've been working under the assumption that it was an explosive for so long that even seeing that is like, somehow that part isn't the most surprising here. I've been working under the assumption since like late episode 4 that it was an explosion arc, so like even reading that went over my mind because it's like, of course it was an explosion, of course, I've known that for a while now. Oh! Oh yeah, that was a fucking great line! And there it is out in the open. Ah! 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 Eric is saying there's 18 people. Bowser going, nah, even with you there's only 17. That's so fucking ah! Why is it so good? Oh my god, what a fucking counter line! What a counter! How the fuck isn't... God, I fucking... Oh my god, I'm just so happy. Even with you, there's only 17 is such a fucking killer of a line. Ooh, I can't see the... God, this episode was so fucking good. Let's break out every single... If I was good at singing, I'd totally want to do a cover of one of these songs. Sadly, I'm absolute shit. Both of those lines you think have slight difference in the original. Basically, when Erica refers to personas, and Bowser replied with technically bodies. Oh wow, that's fucking great. That's still really good. I like that as a final line. That's why both are red can work. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, that does make more sense overall. Oh, fuck. This shit ain't gonna go well. This vicious set has lyrics? Fucking apparently does. This is actually really nice funkiness, holy shit. Why is the music for this game, like, the lyrical music so nice? Like, I wouldn't, like, I'm like, this song's funky as shit. God, I like it. Zero, 7, 15, 11, 20, what? That's the number? 0, oh fucking hell. God fucking damn it. I don't want to analyze the lyrics. Wait, next episode we meet... How can there be more? How can there be another character? How can there be a character we haven't met yet? We are over 200 hours in Rush. How is the fuck? How? There can't screw this out. Goodbye forever, you cultist island. What the fuck? What are these lyrics? In that case, let's get the pieces ready. If we keep counting, this will be game number 7, right? Correct. An auspicious number. It won't be for Beto. Ringso slowly picked up a black piece. It was a piece that represented Beatrice. Sometimes the king, sometimes the queen, could even become a knight. However, that was only if it got promoted. Until then, it was only a trash piece, like a pawn. First came piece positioning, even so early, which the game had already begun. Ringso took Beatrice's piece and slowly raised it high. First move, placement. Beatrice on D8. When the seagulls cried, none were left alive. Oh, we're getting back to the point. No one was left alive.